If you've ever wanted to know how to move from where you are to where you want to be in the quickest, easiest way possible when it comes to business, this video is for you. Now remember to like and subscribe so I can make more videos just like this. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kaitlyn Cook, and for over 2 decades I've been helping entrepreneurs start and scale their business and achieve their financial goals, because I believe the world is ready for more conscious leaders to build impactful, profitable and wonderful businesses. So let's get started. So where you are today in your business, so you'll have an idea of where you want to head to, what your ultimate goal is. The quickest and easiest way to achieve that goal is to understand where you are today and who you have to become in order to achieve that goal. So bear with me here. Who you are today has gotten you to where you are. In order to achieve something new means you have to become someone new. I'm not saying you have to change every single thing about you, but I am saying there's certain elements within you that you need to consciously shift that's going to help you achieve that goal. So for example, when I was starting my business and I wanted to first hit 5 figures in my business, I had never done that before. So what I had to do is I got very, very clear on that 1 or 2 skills that I needed to work on every day in order to move me consciously towards my goal. Those 1 or 2 skills that I personally had to work on were discipline and resilience. Because as you know, in business, there's going to be hurdles, there's going to be obstacles. The difference between you achieving and moving towards a business and not is if you decide to quit or not. So resilience for me was a huge skill I needed to continuously work on, because when the road got rocky, when things didn't go as I had planned, I normally would stop and just not continue. However, because of my circumstances when I started a business, I had to make it work. So for those of you who don't know, my visa ran up in the UK. I left with my English partner and he couldn't enter the country in Australia and I couldn't go back to England. So for our relationship to work, we were just traveling the world and had to figure out how to make money on our laptops. So I had a big desire to make this work. And what I did, because to quit was never an option for me, and I got really uncomfortable with moving forward because the feeling for me to quit meant our relationship stopped, meant I went to Australia and he went to England, and I didn't want that to happen. So for me, I had a very clear road ahead of what I wanted to achieve and how I wanted to achieve it. And I was just forward focused, which is a really, really fantastic thing. I'll link in another video as well to help you with the forward vision, the clarity that you can seek when moving towards what it is that you want, which is going to help you in those moments that it's a bit turbulent, that it's not how you wanted it to be. So going back to the resilience, that was something I knew I had to work on, because every time the road got rocky, things didn't go as I had planned, I normally would have quit, which means it was a habit I had built along my life that when things got hard, I quit. And this was not an option. The reason I knew that resilience was my skill to work on was because I read a book by Richard Branson, and who started Virgin. And throughout the book, my entire intention before I read the book was to discover 1 or 2 skills that I could adopt and start working on every day. And that's when I realized that it's the resilience to get back up, to learn from failure, to learn from things that don't go as planned, and to continue to move forward. And then it was also the discipline to keep going, the discipline to get up, the discipline to show up. Now, how you do one thing is how you do almost everything. You need discipline in business to do things consistently and constantly all the time. If at the moment you wake up and you don't make your bed, for instance, and you've been trying to make your bed for months and you still don't do it, that's a telltale sign that your discipline is just not there, that you actually just don't care. If you actually switch that, and I know this is so simplistic, but when you start by making a really subtle, small change, everything starts to compound. So if you're really trying to make your bed in the morning and you're not, just setting that goal and actually doing it, whether you want to or not, whether you feel like it or not, that will start to instill that new discipline in your neurobiology. So in your actual brain, you'll be giving it that habit on repeat, and you need to constantly do it every day. That's how our brain grows and understands, through repetition. If you actually do make your bed every single morning, you're working on your discipline, which will continuously compound, and it will start to go into to other areas of your business. This is so important, because as you're probably aware, depending where you are on your business journey, you'll understand that things probably have not gone as you believed they should have been. That there's been moments where you're like, I want to quit. But having the discipline and also the resilience to say, this is just a moment in time. I'm going to keep moving forward, and what can I learn from this? Continuously going back to what can I learn from this allows you to move out of that fear zone. I've also done an emotional video which explains about the emotional journey you'll be going through as an entrepreneur, which is completely normal. We all go through the fear of it. It's this constant cycle. I'll link it up in the show notes above. But you can understand that when you're in that situation where you don't want to get up, you don't want to keep moving, but you just say, what can I learn from this? How can I do this better? You are instilling this new discipline in your brain so it can continuously stand back up when it doesn't want to. When you're doing this, so the importance and the key elements of what I'd like this video to help you with today is to know that where you are now and where you want to be, there's a road, right, that you need to take. In order to walk this road means there's something new that you have to adopt. There's a change you have to make. And this is so interesting because there's so much resistance to people when it comes to change, myself included. It's comfortable being where you are. It's comfortable knowing what happens and knowing that if I just keep doing this that I've done, I'm going to get the same results, and I'm comfortable. But what happens is there's a tipping point in our lives when we just go, I can't continue to do the same thing because I want a different result, which means we have to start changing something. And the best way that I've found through researching this for years and applying it to my life and my business and my clients' businesses is to consciously go, what is it that I want to work on, and work on that every day. And it's a compounding effect, literally working on it every single day. So if, for instance, as an example, you are trying to work on resilience, meaning you're trying to get back up when things are not as you want them to be, and you've had a bit of a cry, you've had a bit of a shout, whatever it is that you've done, and you've gone, okay, how would a resilient person show up in this situation? When you ask your brain that scenario, your brain is actually going to look at all the ways that a resilient person's actually going to show up. And what you're doing is you're now creating this new identity as a resilient person. And continuously doing this will instill this new habit in your mind as a thought. And that's going to create a new belief, which is going to create an ultimately create a new outcome. So if you just focus on one or two things that you need to improve on when it comes to your skills, that allows you to shift slightly from where you are to where you want to be in a really empowered and impactful way. This is a key component to the businesses that I've helped build and to my own business. When I was feeling that resistance to actually grow and to change and to do something different, I was just like, why isn't this working? Oh my God. You know what? I know the strategy. I know everything I need to do. Why isn't this particular strategy working? It's because within the strategy are so many micro mindset shifts we need to take. And if we can consciously look in those micro mindset shifts and go, oh, this is just the moment that I'm working on my resilience. Okay, cool. I can do that. This will really, really help you. Please apply it. If you're not sure, if you're going, you know what, I'm actually really good at my resilience, I'm really good at my discipline, then I encourage you to read books or listen to podcast interviews or autobiographies of people that you admire and who have achieved something that you want to achieve or have a quality that you want to adopt. When you absorb yourself in their world, in their language, you will actually pick up the words that they're using. You'll understand the skills that they've worked on. And this will be the foundation that you can build on as we move through this. So working on resilience and asking yourself in the moments that it's tough, how would a resilient person show up? You have to do this for a minimum of 21 days. The reason we have to do this for a minimum of 21 days is because that creates a new neural connection in our brains. And that is what will create the new habitual thought of next time when you fall down, you'll automatically think, what would a resilient person do? And it's going to continuously play so you yourself can work on that skill every single day. So try it out. Do it for at least 21 days and let me know in the comments what worked for you, what you're working on, and let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. I've got some resources below that might assist you. I've just launched my Mindset to Success self-paced course that you're able to go through. There's over 2 hours of content and about 16 different videos that will help you really understand your mindset and how to start adopting the success mindset that every entrepreneur needs, so it can help you build and upgrade your success mindset so you can start attracting a lot more success in your life. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what other videos would be helpful for you along your business and entrepreneurial journey. And I'm wishing you all the greatest success in the world. You have got this. You're amazing. If the moment's a bit tough and you've got to sit back down for a moment, take a deep breath, have a cup of tea, that's okay. Just get back up the next day. You've got this. Enjoy, and I'll see you soon.